Hi, everyone. Welcome to Storytime. My name is Miss Jen, and I work at the Downtown Library. And we're so excited to have you here today with us to hear stories and sing songs and have fun while we learn things. Today, we are going to be talking about an animal that is sometimes really, really big and has claws and has fur all over. And sometimes it can stand up on two legs and sometimes it walks on four. Do you have any idea what kind of animal that could be? Did you say bear? It's totally bears. You're so smart. Yes, we are going to be talking about bears today, and we have some stories about bears who are grumpy. I don't know if you've ever been grumpy. We have stories about bears who have lost things, a kind of important thing. We have stories about bears who go on an adventure. We have all kinds of bears today. But first, it's always nice and polite to say hello to your friends. So get out your waving hand, get out your pointer fingers, and sing along with me. You ready? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you this morning? I am fine and I hope you are too. I am fine and I hope you are too. I am fine and I hope you are too. Hope you are too this morning. Reach up high and wave your hands. Reach up high and wave your hands. Reach up high and wave your hands. Wave your hands this morning. Bend right over and touch your toes. Bend right over and touch your toes. Bend right over and touch your toes. Touch your toes this morning. Now we're ready to have some fun. Now we're ready to have some fun. Now we're ready to have some fun. It's story time this morning. Good job! You're always so good at that. Before we get started with our bear stories, we should talk about a letter. And our letter today is the letter that makes the sound B for bear. Do you know a letter that makes the sound B, 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 B? It's the letter B. This is what a capital B looks like, a big B. You might see this at the beginning of a name. If your name is Beverly or Bob, you might see the letter B in front of it. You might see it at the beginning of a sentence with bunches of words together. It's the letter B. Can you take your finger and in the air draw a letter B? I bet you can. Let's try one more time. Good job. Good job. Now, this is what the little b looks like. They look pretty different, huh? This one has a straight line and a curve. This one has a straight line and two curves. Can you use your finger to do the small b? This is what you'll see if it's in the middle of a name, like if your name is Bubbles. Sometimes people have the name Bubbles. You would have two of these little b's in the middle of it. Can you put your finger in the air and draw that? Good job. Good letters. Let's see if you can recognize any of these things that also start with the letter B. B. What about this? Bus. Bus. Good job. What about this? This is a beetle. Beetle. Or you might have said bug, and that also starts with a B. Good job. This one, what is this? Is this a bunny? Bunny. Good job. And this one, what is this? This has a couple of B words. This person is taking a bath. Good job. Bath. And they're in a, what is this? Bathtub. Good job. So many B words. I bet we hear more B words as we read our stories today. What do you think? Our first story is called Mother Bruce. Do you see where it says Mother Goose and Mother Goose is crossed out and it's Bruce? I think this is going to be a funny kind of story. Well, I know it's going to be a funny kind of story. I got to read it before now. Mother Bruce. Bruce was a bear who lived all by himself. He was a grump. Do you know what a grump is? A grump is somebody who's grumpy or grouchy or crabby. There's lots of different ways to say it, but it just means you're having feelings. He did not like sunny days. He did not like rain. He did not like cute animals. How can you not like cute animals? But Bruce didn't. Bruce only liked one thing: eggs. He collected them from all over the forest. Good morning, Mrs. Sparrow. But Bruce didn't eat eggs raw like other bears. Instead, he cooked them into fancy recipes that he found on the internet. Look, all these different things he makes. One day, Bruce came across a recipe for hard-boiled goose eggs drizzled with honey salmon sauce. There are a lot of things in that recipe. Wow. So he went out to get the ingredients. Ingredients means all the things in the food. First, he caught a few salmon with his basket in the river. Then he collected honey from a local beehive. He liked to support local businesses, you know. Ugh, doesn't look like he supported it very well. Last, he went to Mrs. Goose's nest to pay her a visit. Are these eggs free-range organic? She kind of doesn't look like she wants to give him her eggs. At home, Bruce prepared the eggs for hard boiling. But the fire in his stove fizzled, so he went out to get more wood. When Bruce came back, he was met with an unwelcome surprise. Mama! What? Look, the eggs hatched. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 baby geese. They're called goslings. Mama! Bruce became the victim of mistaken identity. They think he's his mama. He's their mama. Bruce wanted hard-boiled eggs, not goslings. He supposed he could settle for buttered goslings on toast, but for some reason, he lost his appetite. Probably because they're so cute. Bruce scooped up the little geese and stomped back to their nest, only to find Mrs. Goose had flown south early. Mrs. Goose was gone. Bruce left the goslings there anyway and went back home. Mama? Mama? But he was followed. Bruce was very stern and said things like, "Go away," and "I am not your mother," and also, "I liked you better when you were eggs." Bruce could take it no longer and became extra grumpy with them. Roar! He's so mad. But they don't care. It didn't work. Goslings always follow their mother, even if she is a he and he is a bear. Mama? Mama? Bruce was stuck with them. He tried to make the best of it. He taught them how to swim. It was hard work. Look at the mess they made when they were painting. And look at how he has to carry them everywhere in their little baby carriers. And he has to make them take naps. And they don't like his food. And you know how Bruce likes to cook. As the seasons passed, Bruce watched the pesky goslings grow older. They went from being annoying baby geese to stubborn teenage geese with their headphones on to boring adult geese. Then one fall afternoon, he saw other goose families flying south. Finally, he'd be able to get rid of these geese and he could take a long winter nap. Bruce explained migration. Migration is when geese fly to places that are warm because they don't like the cold. But they didn't listen. They just put on coats and hats. Bruce needed the geese to leave, so he got creative. He tried to teach them how to fly by flinging them in the air. Nothing worked. The geese would not leave Bruce. Sigh. So Bruce decided to pack some bags and take his geese into town. They boarded a bus. A bus. And migrated to Miami. Now, every winter, Bruce and his geese head south together. They laze about at the beach in tacky shirts, sipping ice-cold lemonade, while Bruce dreams of new recipes. Recipes that don't hatch. The end. Oh my goodness. I love Bruce. Even though he's a big old grump, he's a pretty good mom. Yeah. And if you liked this book, there are several other books that have Bruce and the Goslings in them. You'll have to check those out at the library. Okay, our next story is called Pom Pom Panda. It's a panda bear. What do we see? How do we see that this bear is different than Bruce? This bear is black and white. Has black around its eyes. It's a lot different than Bruce was, huh? But this is Pom Pom Panda gets the grumps. I wonder if all bears are grumpy, because Bruce was grumpy and now Pom Pom is grumpy. Let's see what happens. Pom Pom Panda gets the grumps. One morning, Pom Pom got up on the wrong side of the bed. Has that ever happened to you? Has anyone ever told you, you got up on the wrong side of the bed today? And then nothing was right. His blankie, Timington, could not be found anywhere, said Pom Pom. His baby brother Boo Boo was playing with his favorite toy, said Pom Pom. Pom Pom's mom sang silly, soppy songs all through breakfast. His cereal was soggy and there were bits of pulp in his juice. That is the worst, said Pom Pom. Then things went from bad to worse. His toothbrush was too scratchy. His washcloth was just freezing, and he couldn't do a thing with his hair. Ugh, said Pom Pom. I think his hair looks cute, though. After all that, it was time to go to school. Outside, the sun was too sunny, and the birds were too noisy, said Pom Pom. Have a lovely day, dear, said his mom, said Pom Pom. Look how crabby and grouchy and grumpy his face is. Oof, you can tell because his eyebrows are doing that. They're like going down. In the playground, everyone was having fun except Pom Pom. Want to play kickball? Asked Buddy. No, huffed Pom Pom. Want to watch ants? Asked Rocco. No, grumbled Pom Pom. Would you like to play catch? Asked Baxter. No, shouted Pom Pom. Do you want to jump rope? Asked Scout. Go away, yelled Pom Pom. That's not very nice. That's not very nice even if you're grumpy, huh? And they did. They did all go away. Pom Pom didn't feel like shouting anymore. He felt sad and a little bit silly. His friends had only tried to be nice. Oops, said Pom Pom. And off he went to find the others. Sorry, everyone, said Pom Pom. That's okay, said everyone. I know, said Baxter. Let's play tag. I'll be it, said Buddy. Yay, said everyone. Got you, said Buddy. Said Pom Pom. The end. Do you think he's going to get grouchy and grumpy all over again? Because he kind of stopped being grumpy and then he got caught. I wonder if he's going to be grumpy again. I don't know. He's pretty cute when he's grumpy, though. Maybe that's just how he is. Okay, so we just had a story about a panda, and now I have this fun for us to do. Have you ever heard the song Bingo? B-I-N-G-O, Bingo is his name-o? It is a song that you sing, and every time you sing it, you take away one letter and you clap instead. And then you learn your letters. This is going to be P-A-N-D-A instead of B-I-N-G-O. And P-A-N-D-A spells panda. So it goes like this. There was a bear who ate bamboo, and Panda was his name. Oh, P-A-N-D-A, 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 and Panda was his name. Oh, okay. We're going to take the P away this time, and we're going to clap instead. Are you ready? Let's see if I can do this without everything falling over. There was a bear who ate bamboo, and Panda was his name. Oh, A-N-D-A, 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 and Panda was his name. Oh, okay. I'm going to make it a little trickier. We're going to take the A away. So we're going to have to clap 2 times. Are you ready? There was a bear who ate bamboo, and Panda was his name. Oh, N-D-A, 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 and Panda was his name. Oh, okay. It's time to get rid of the N. You have to clap 3 times. Are you ready? There was a bear who ate bamboo, and Panda was his name. Oh, D-A, 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 and Panda was his name. Oh, here we go. One more letter gone. We're going to clap 4 times for those letters. Are you ready? There was a bear who ate bamboo, and Panda was his name. Oh, A, 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 and Panda was his name. Oh, and now there's no A. Can we clap 5 times for P-A-N-D-A? Are you ready? There was a bear who ate bamboo, and Panda was his name. Oh, and Panda was his name. Oh, good job. That's a little tricky. Songs like that are a little tricky, and you did an amazing job. Excellent work. Our next story is about a bear who loses something pretty important. I think you'll see that it's very important. It is called Those Are Not My Underpants. And I guess technically he didn't lose them. He's trying to find out whose they are. Those Are Not My Underpants. This is by Melissa Martin, and the pictures are by Troy Cummings. Here we go. Those are not my underpants. One fine morning, Bear Cub ambled out of his cave and stretched. Right over his head, he saw a pair of underpants hanging on a tree limb. Someone lost their underpants, he said. I wonder who. He looked them over. No name, no tag. Bear Cub wanted to find who belonged to the underpants, so he set off through the forest. Hi, Squirrel. Are these your underpants? No, answered Squirrel. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, there's no hole for my tail. See, Squirrel's underpants have a hole for the tail. Hi, Turtle. Are these your underpants? No, answered Turtle. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, I keep my underpants under my shell. That's pretty smart. Hi, Owl. Are those your underpants? Are these your underpants? No, answered Owl. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, owl underpants are sparkly. I didn't know that. The owl underpants are sparkly. Hi, Salmon. Are these your underpants? No, answered Salmon. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, salmon don't wear underpants. We wear swimsuits. Do you think salmon really wears swimsuits? Hi, Bat. Are these your underpants? No, answered Bat. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, bat underpants glow in the dark. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Hi, Skunk. Are these your underpants? No, answered Skunk. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, they smell too good to be my underpants. I bet that's true. Hi, Snake. Are these your underpants? No, answered Snake. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, snakes wear long underwear. Long underwear. Hi, Beaver. Are these your underpants? No, answered Beaver. Those are definitely not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yes, whispered Beaver. Underpants are way too embarrassing to let everyone see them like that. They have clowns on them. Hi, Moose. Are these your underpants? No, answered Moose. Those are not my underpants. Are you sure? Asked Bear Cub. Yep, moose underpants are extra large. And they have hearts on them, apparently. The underpants didn't seem to belong to anyone, so Bear Cub headed home. Bear Cub, asked Mama Bear, why are you carrying your underpants around? What? He exclaimed. These are not my underpants. But they are, honey, answered Mama Bear. I washed them last night and hung them up to dry. Mama Bear laughed. You see, you're not wearing any. Those are your underpants. Bear Cub looked down. They are, he said, laughing. They are my underpants. He put them on. The underpants fit perfectly. The end. How silly was that? He asked literally everyone in the forest if they were their underpants, and they were his all along. Also, how did he know? How did he not know that he was not wearing the underpants? I have many questions, but that was a very silly story. Speaking of silly and underpants and bears, we have a polar bear who has quite a problem. He has lost his underpants. See, I knew somebody here had lost their underpants. It is our polar bear friend. So, polar bear looks like this. Have you seen a polar bear before? Can you name something different about this bear than Pom Pom Panda or Mother Bruce? I can see that he's all white. Polar bears are all white, but they're still bears. And this polar bear has lost his underpants. He has red underpants. He's got some red underpants, but he's lost them. So here's our little dryer. Let's pretend this is your big dryer, and there's been a washing clothes, a load of underpants. Let's see if we can find his underpants, because I feel like he's getting a little drafty. Let's see. Are these his underpants? Are these his red underpants? No. What color are those? Those are black. Those aren't his. He should probably not wear other people's underpants. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we have in here. Are these his red underpants? Are those red? No. What color are those? Yellow. Good job. Those are not his underpants. Are these his red underpants? They're close to red. Are those? No. Well, what color are they? What color are they? Pink. Those are somebody else's underpants. Ooh, I think I have it. Wait, Wait, are these his red underpants? I think they're the right color. They're red. No. I think maybe they belong to somebody else. Somebody much bigger. Yeah. Okay. What about these? Are these his red underpants? I don't think so. They're red. They are red, but I think those are for somebody much smaller. Yeah. Let's see. One more time. Ooh. Wait. They're his red underpants. Yay! Wow. Yeah. I hope he can hang on to those and not lose them again. That's embarrassing. Okay. And we'll put the rest of these underpants in the dryer and other people can find them later. Yeah. Okay. All right. Enough underpants talk. Let's do our last story, and it is called Bear Came Along. This is going to be an adventure, I can just tell. If I can get it open. There we go. This is by Richard T. Morris, and the pictures are by Liuan Pham. Once there was a river that flowed night and day, but it didn't know it was a river. Until Bear came along. Bear was just being curious. What's going to happen? He's going out on this tree stump, but look. Bear was just being curious when he realized what the river could do. Wow, he fell in the river. But he didn't know he was on an adventure until Froggy hopped on. Froggy was a lonely frog who was looking for a friend, but she didn't know how many she had until the turtles showed up. Look at that. They looked kind of like rocks, but they're turtles. The turtles tried to warn them about the things that could go wrong, but they didn't know how to enjoy the ride. Until Beaver climbed aboard. Beaver was born to captain. He knew exactly where to go. But he didn't know about the detours until the raccoons dropped in. Oh my goodness. The raccoons dropped out of the trees. The raccoons were so excited about the twists and turns ahead, but they didn't know how to be careful. Uh-oh. Until they crashed into Duck. Duck was so content being right where she was, but she didn't know there was a world to see. Until, oh no, what's going to happen? It looks like all the water is going that way. Oh no, oh no. Look, they've come all this way. Now what's going to happen? Whoosh. Bear held on to Froggy. Froggy held on to Turtles. Turtles held on to Beaver. Beaver held on to Raccoons. Raccoons held on to Duck. Can you see all of that? Oh, what a ride. Look how they landed at the bottom. So many different animals living their separate lives, but they didn't know they were in it together until the river came along. The end. What an adventure! And I like the pictures on the front and the back covers because it shows all the different animals in the forest, all the river. That was quite an adventure with bears. Those are all the bear stories we have today, and silly bear songs, and silly bears and underwears. Before we go, let's sing our goodbye song with our signs. This is our sign for more. I'm going to make claws, tap them together. Our sign for together, put your thumbs up, stick them together, go around in a circle like you're stirring a pot. Together. When we're talking about being happy, this is our sign for happy. And when we're talking about friends, we're going to take our pointer fingers and make them friends like this, back and forth. You ready? The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. And I'm happier because I got to hang out with you today. I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.